Om. Namo Namah. Sets and loops in Ashtadhyayi. Ganaha Adhikarascha. A study by S.L. Abhyankar. There are many sutrani in Ashtadhyayi which contain words Adi, Adaya, etc. For example, Sarvadini Sarvanamani. Sarvadini Sarva Adini Sarvanamani. 1:127. Note, Sarva Adini means Sarva and see. Note, etc. English, etc. Latin, etc. abbreviated to etc. 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 and c or and c is a Latin expression that is used in English to mean and other similar things or and so forth. Swaradi, swar adi nipatam avyayam. 1:137. Note, swar adi means swar and see. All such aphorisms suggest a set, ganaha, of members or elements, that is, words similar to the beginning, adi word. Other words, the members or elements of the set ganaha are listed in an appendix, parishishtam of Ashtadhyayi, called as Ganapatha. I had posted my thoughts about Ganapatha in my post https://grammar-of-sanskrit.wordpress.com/category/ashtadhyayi-of-panini/ganapatha-iti-kim. What is Ganapatha? Wherein I had also given a link to the Ganapatha available at http://sawikisource.org/wiki, etc. In this Ganapatha, there are 241 Ganaha detailed, obviously related to 241 Sutrani in Ashtadhyayi. Some Ganaha in the Ganapatha are not comprehensive, they are only indicative, Akruti Ganaha, indicating only the Akruti, the basic characteristics of the elements in that Gana. In Siddhanta Kaumudi, the book of study of Ashtadhyayi by Bhattodri Dikshit, there is clear mention of Akruti Ganaha as Akruti Ganoyam. I had mentioned in that post that Dhatu Patha is also a Ganapatha, wherein there is compilation of Dhatus. Actually, Dhatu Patha is a Ganapatha related to the Sutram 131, Bhuvadayo, Bhuva Adayaha, Dhatavaha. Dhatu Patha is a separate parishishtam because the number of elements is very large. Rather, in Dhatu Patha, there are 10 subsets. Each of the subset is itself called as a Ganaha, may rather be taken to be a Dhatu Ganaha. The 10 Dhatu Ganaha have names adopting the style of -- adi. So, the first Dhatuhu in the first Ganaha is Bhu. Hence, the grammatical name of Prathamo Ganaha is Bhwadi, Bhu plus Adi. The first Dhatuhu in the second Ganaha is At or Ad. Hence, the grammatical name of Dvitiyo Ganaha is Adadi. The first Dhatuhu in the third Ganaha is Hu, Juhoti. Hence, the grammatical name of Tritiyo Ganaha is Juhotyadi, Juhoti Adi. Maybe Hu plus Adi, Uhadi, does not become a good name. Hence, the name is coined as Juhoti plus Adi, Juhotyadi. Note, Juhoti is Lat Lakaraha Parasmaipadam Prathama Purushaha Ekvachanam of Hu, Danadayoho, Adane Prinane, to sacrifice, to eat, to consume. Juhotyadi. तृतीय गणः परस्मैपदी सकर्मकः अनिट्. The first dhatu in the fourth gana is div. Hence, the grammatical name of chaturtho gana is divadi. The first dhatu in the fifth gana is su. Hence, the grammatical name of panchamo gana is swadi, su plus adi. The first dhatu in the sixth gana is tud. Hence, the grammatical name of shashtho gana is tudadi. The first dhatu in the seventh gana is rudh. Hence, the grammatical name of saptamo gana is rudhadi. The first dhatu in the eighth gana is tan. Hence, grammatical name of ashtamo gana is tanadi. The first dhatu in the ninth gana is kri. Hence, the grammatical name of navamo gana is kriyadi. Kri plus adi. The first dhatu in the 10th gana is chur. Hence, the grammatical name of dashamo gana is churadi. There must be a grammatical logic in choosing bhu, at, ad, hu, div, su, tud, rud, tan, kri and chur to be the first prathamaha dhatavaha in the respective dhatu gana. The curiosity of the grammatical logic has been on my mind, but I have not been able to decipher it as it. Basically, it is a good thought that every set, ganaha, should have a distinctive name. For example, in mathematics, a large set of numbers has a subset of integers, which has its own subset of positive integers. In fact, Ashtadhyayi is built like that, with the logic of set theory in mathematics. For example, there is a large set of sutrani detailing suffixes, pratyayaha. The name of the set of all the sutrani detailing suffixes pratyayaha is declared in the sutram 3-1-1 pratyayaha. Vyakaranaha, grammarians, calls such sutram as adhikara sutram. Note, adhikaraha means domain. The domain of this sutram 3-1-1 pratyayaha extends up to sutram 5-4-160 nishpravanishcha. The domain of the sutram 311 pratyayaha spans across 1821 sutran, almost half of entire Ashtadhyayi. One can say that adhikaraha, a domain, is a set, ganaha only, of sutrani detailing a topic such as suffixes, pratyayaha. Within the adhikaraha, domain of the sutram 3-1-1 pratyayaha is a sutram 3-3-1 unadayo bahulam. Again, adayaha, bahulam. The word adayaha makes it clear that the sutram refers to a ganaha. But the word bahulam makes it clear that the number of elements is large. In fact, there is an appendix, Parishishtam of Ashtadhyayi, called as Unadipatha, having 5 padaha. It is available at https://ashtadhyayi.com/unadi with 156 plus 123 plus 160 plus 238 plus 70 equal to 747 sutran. Since the sutram 331 unadayo bahulam is within the adhikaraha domain of the sutram 3-1-1 pratyayaha, unadi patha is a ganapatha of the unadi pratyaya. There are some sutrani in this adhikaraha domain of the sutram 3-1-1 pratyayaha which are a set, ganaha, by themselves. For example, sutram 3-4-78 tiptazhisitapthasta mip vasmas ta tans zatha tha tham dhvam id vahi mahim has 18 elements. Actually, 2 groups of 9 elements each. Tiptazhi, sipthastha, mip vasmas. Then ta atam zha, thas atam dhvam, id vahi mahim. The starting letter is ti and ending letter is ng. So the name of the set of these 18 elements is Ting. This sutram is within the domain adhikaraha of sutram 3-1-1 pratyaya. Sutram 3-4-78 is a set ganaha of Ting pratyaya. One gets Tingantaha, Ting antaha by affixing Ting pratyayaha to dhatavaha. Which Ting pratyayaha to select and apply when is already explained, rather laid down in 1-4-109. Tingas त्रीणि त्रीणि प्रथम मध्यमोत्तमाः. तिङः त्रीणि त्रीणि प्रथम मध्यम उत्तमाः. And 1-4-102. तान्येकवचन द्विवचन बहुवचनान्येकशः. तानि त्रीणि त्रीणि तिङः एकवचन द्विवचन बहुवचनानि एकशः. Another example of a sutra being a set by itself is of sutram 4-1-2. Svaujasamauchashtabhyam bhisgnebhyam bhyas ngasibhyam bhyas ngaso samyo sup. There are 21 elements here. Su, au, jas, au, shas, ta, bhyam, bhis, nge, bhyam, bhyas, ngasi, bhyam, bhyas, ngas, os, am, ngi, os, sup. The starting letter is su and the ending letter is p. So the name of the set of these 21 elements is sup. This sutram is within the domain adhikaraha of sutram 3-1-1 pratyaya. Sutram 4-1-2 is a set ganaha of sup pratyayaha. One gets sup subantaha, sup antaha by affixing sup pratyayaha to pratipadikani. Note, even for coining the names as Ting and Sup, there is a sutram 1-1-71. Adirantena saheta. Antena ita saha adihi. The starting letter adihi along with saha, the ending letter antena. Here there is the word ita also. Ita is tritiya ekvachanam of it. Now what is an it? There is a sutra ganaha, a set of 7 sutrani from 1-3-2 to 1-3-8, which detail that it is a varnaha used to coin a name for a grammatical entity. For example, most dhatavaha in dhatu pathaha have a grammatical name which is coined by using one or more its. Note, the grammatical name of the most commonly known dhatu gam is gamrung. Here the vowel ru, that too sananyasikam, nasal, hence rung, is the it as defined in the sutram 1-3-2. Upadeshe jananunasika it. Upadeshe ach anunasikaha it. Meaning, in the grammatical name of a word which qualifies itself to be an upadesha, a nasal vowel anunasika ach is an it. General meaning of it is a varnaha used to coin a grammatical name, and it serves only that much function, that is to coin a grammatical name. In obtaining more words from dhatu gam, say gam plus twa, gatwa. Rung, the it has no role. In fact, it has to be dropped as dictated by sutram 1-3-9, tasya lopaha. Note, twa is also the grammatical name of the suffix pratyayaha twa, wherein ka at the beginning of twa is an it. Here ka is an it according to sutram 1-3-8 lashakpat adhite, lashaku atadhite. The thought in explaining all this is that in Ashtadhyayi there are also sutra ganaha, that is sets of sutrani which have to be studied together as a set and not independently. Note, in the Sutram 1-3-2, Upadeshe Janunanasika it, only the two words Upadeshe and it have adhikaraha, domain, which extends up to Sutram 1-3-9, Tasya Lopaha. In Ashtadhyayi, the very first Sutram 1-1-1 is Vruddhiradaich, Vruddhi At Aich. Here the word At connotes the vowel A, and the word Aich connotes the two vowels I and Au. So the Sutram contains a set Ganaha of vowels A, I and Au, which have the common characteristics of Vruddhi. Rather, Vruddhi is that characteristics of vowels which is contained in the three vowels A, I and Au. Actually, where does the interpretation the word Aich connote the two vowels I and Au come from? It comes from a Sutra Ganaha, a set of Sutrani known as Shiva Sutrani or Maheshwara Sutrani or Pratyahara Sutrani or Chaturdarsha Sutrani. Study of Ashtadhyayi should certainly actually start with study of this Sutra Guna. This Sutra Ganaha is not there in Ashtadhyayi, but it has to be the precursor to study of Ashtadhyayi. The Sutrani are 14, Chaturdarsha, hence Chaturdarsha Sutra. They are Ayun, Rulruk, Aong, Ayauch, Hayavarat, Lan, Yamagananam, Zabhay, Ghadadash, Zabagadadash, Kapachatata Chatatau, Kapai, Shashasar, Hal. Kulataha, total 42. I have marked how many varnas in each sutra. I have marked only 3. Why I am not counting N? And why is it marked in red? Like that, Ruk, I am counting only 2. And I have marked K in red. We will come to that. The last letter in every sutram is a consonant, Vyanjanam. It may be noted that in the first sutram, A, I, Un, the first 3 members are all vowels, rather the basic vowels. So the last letter, the Vyanjanam N, is only an end marker, called as Anubandha. It is also an it, as per the Sutram 1-3-3, Halantyam. And being an it, it is to be elided, as per Sutram 1-3-9, Tasya Lopaha. Then we are left with only the vowels A, I, U. By applying the Sutram 1-1-71, Adirantena Saheta to Shiva Sutram number 1, we can coin a word An to connote a set of Varna Ganaha, Varnanam Ganaha, of the 3 vowels A, I, U. In this manner, we can define many Varna Ganaha by taking any Varnaha as Adihi and any Anubandha after it as it. In the table below, it is shown that it is possible to derive 304 Varna Ganaha by applying Sutram 1-1-71, Adirantena Saheta, to all the 14 Shiva Sutrani. Grammarians call these Varna Ganaha as Pratyahara because they are Pratyarhuta, derived, of course, from Shiva Sutrani, and hence Shiva Sutrani are also called as Pratyahara Sutra. Now let us look into this table. Sutra Kramankaha, Sutre Varnaha, Anubandhaha, Varna Sankhya, Yujjaha Anubandhaha, Katayaha Pratyahara. First Sutram, I, Un. Among that, A, I, U are the Varnaha in the Sutram. N is the Anubandha. So, Varna Sankhya is A, I, U, 3. Yujjaha Anubandha. because there are 14 sutras and each sutra has an anubandha, all the anubandha can be applied to each one of these varna in this sutram 1. So, 3 varna and 14 yujjaha anubandha. So, katayah pratyahara 42. One can derive 42 pratyaharas from this first sutram. Then Sutra Kramang 2. Rul Ru Ka Rul Ruk. Varna Sankhya 2. Yujjaha Anubandhaha 13. Because the second sutram, the first Anubandha Na cannot be applied to the Varnaha in this sutram. And hence Yujjaha, applicable Anubandhaha are 13. So like that, as we go ahead from sutra to sutra, the Yujjaha Anubandha, applicable Anubandha, go on reducing one by one. From 14 now to 13. So 2 multiplied by 13, 26 pratyahara possible. Like that, this table goes on analyzing how many pratyahara are possible from all the 14 Shiva Sutran, and the count comes to 304. In Sutram 1-1-1, that is Bruddhirad Aich, Bruddhi at Aich. Aich is a Varnagana with I as Adihi, starting from Adihi, and Cha is the ending, Antyaha It. This Varnagana Aich has 2 elements, I and Au. The Sutram 1-1-70 Taparas Tatkalasya, Taparaha Tatkalasya provides for composing a Varnagana of only one element, such as At. Here A is the Atihi, Adihi. But the Varnagana has a singular element A, since the Ganaha ends at Ta, which is an Antyaha It, and is to be elided. Being a single element Varnagana, At means A only. The Sutram 1-1-11 Idude Dvivachanam Pragruhyam, Eat, Ut, Et, Dvivachanam Pragruhyam has 3 single element Varnagana, Eat, Ut, Et. Again the Sutram 1-1-60 Adarshanam Lopaha can be considered as endorsing the concept of a null set, Shunya Gana. Note, Lopaha elision means Adarshanam, becoming or making invisible. That is to say, if something is invisible, it does not mean it is not there. If nothing is visible, it does not mean there is nothing. Rather, nothingness is there. That is a null set, Shunyagana. This sounds both philosophical and mathematical. Grammar, especially Sanskrit grammar, certainly is both philosophical and mathematical. For studying Ashtadhyayi in this manner, it becomes good. Rather, it is essential to have such text of Ashtadhyayi wherein in the Sutrani words having Adhikaraha are marked, say by using bold type or a red color, red font, and the domain is also detailed. For example, for my study of Ashtadhyayi, I use a book wherein in the Sutram 1-3-2 Upadeshe Janunasika It, the 2 words Upadeshe and It are distinctly marked, and their domain is up to 1-399 is also noted. Having said that sutrani of a sutra gana have to be studied together. This is possible only if the adhikara is not too large. As was noted earlier, the domain adhikaraha of Sutram 3-1-1 Pratyaha spans 1821 Sutrani. Of course, it is not possible to study this entire Sutra Ganaha in one go together. But in such instances, there are many subdomains, upadhikaraha, upadhikaraha, that are looped inside the large domain. The concept of loops in computer programming is very much in evidence in the structure of Ashtadhyayi. Rather, Ashtadhyayi is a large software, a program of about 3883 Sutrani, supplemented by the appendices Ganapatha, Unadipatha, Dhatupatha. From the name itself, it is obvious that Ashtadhyayi has Ashta Adhyaya, there being 4 padaha of each adhyaya. One can say that each adhyaya is a larger sutra gana and each padaha is also a smaller sutra gana. Saying so, one should be able to identify the distinguishing characteristics of each adhyaya as a large sutra gana. Likewise, one should be able to identify the distinguishing characteristics of each padaha as a smaller sutra gana. I have not come across any good explanation of why any padaha starts at a particular sutram and ends at a particular sutram. Likewise, there ought to be a good logic as to why any adhyaya starts at a particular sutram and ends at a particular sutram. I do believe that there is sound logic in seeking these explanations, and seeking these explanations becomes a good point of how to study Ashtadhyayi. Basically, structure of Ashtadhyayi is a structure of intellectual brilliance, adopting mathematical and software-like concepts with many loops of sets and subsets of adhyayaha, ganaha, adhikaraha, padaha, upaganaha, upadhikarascha, supplemented with ganapatha, unadipatha, dhatupatha, which also are ganaha and have upagana. There are many intelligentsia who are doing research in the field of computational linguistics. Their main, rather the only resource for this research can be Ashtadhyayi only. What with so many mathematical and software-like concepts embedded there, said to be in 500 BC. Shubhamast.